For the average-sized patient, required supplies include stockinette, one 3-inch soft roll, one 4-inch plaster slab, and one 2-inch roll of flannel. Measure an appropriate length of stockinette to ensure full coverage of the forearm and hand. Cut a thumb hole at an appropriate point in the stockinette. Roll the stockinette onto the arm up to the elbow crease, avoiding bunching which could irritate the underlying skin after the plaster is applied. The plaster slab should be approximately 1 inch shorter than the distance from the elbow crease to the palmar crease. Trim the slab as needed. Cut a figure of 7 notch in the slab approximately 1 inch from the end of the plaster. Begin wrapping soft roll proximal to distal, starting approximately 2 finger widths distal to the elbow crease. Wrap 2 layers of soft roll proximally, and then proceed distally, overlapping by about 50%. Tension the soft roll throughout the wrap to avoid bunching. Wrap in a crisscross fashion around the hand and wrist, tearing soft roll while passing through the first web space. Ensure that there are 2 layers of soft roll on the hand, extending no further than the palmar crease to leave the metacarpophalangeal joints free. Tear off any excess material. Wet the plaster slab and apply it to the volar surface of the forearm and wrist. The thumb should be accommodated in the notch, with the small plaster appendage doubled over and passed through the first web space. Ensure that the skin is protected from direct contact with the plaster. Fold over stockinette proximally and distally. Overwrap the plaster with flannel from proximal to distal, overlapping by approximately 50%. Tension the flannel appropriately to prevent bunching, but avoiding excessive compression of the forearm. Wrap wrist and hand, pinching through the first web space. Trim any excess material. Mold the plaster to set in the desired position as dictated by the injury. The finished splint should allow excellent movement at the metacarpophalangeal joints, base of the thumb, and the elbow.